Okay, we got a box. Got a box to open. And inside this box is a television set that I'm tickled to death to have and very grateful to have. It is well, I'll tell you what it is after we open it, but I have had a couple of these sets before, both of which were not restorable. But I'm very fortunate to get this example because it's a known working set, and so or restorable candidate set, I should say. It's got a good picture tube. It had high voltage, so as long as it survived this trip in this box, I should have a restorable set. So very, very grateful to have it. This set comes to me from my friend Don, otherwise known on YouTube as umajunkcollector. This is a set he had that he didn't think he was going to be able to restore, and so he agreed to sell it to me for a very fair price. And it's arrived, and we're going to open the box. So, give her a little slice here. Hopefully, she made it with no damage. I'm pretty sure it did. Looks like it's well packed. And lots of padding. Alright. Okay. Not sure what those are. Kind of cool looking. Nice bit of padding. Knobs. Don't need the knobs. I'm assuming this is the antenna. Ah, that's another old TV. Her little TV. Don, you're always doing that. You're always throwing things in as surprises. You didn't have to do that. Alright. Now, Don said this was heavy and he wasn't kidding. So I'm going to try to lift it out. Here we go. RCA 17-inch deluxe. Yeah, let me get it up on the workbench and we'll take a closer look at it. Okay, here's the set up on the workbench, and as you guys can see, it looks like it made the trip okay. I've got a signal hooked up to it, and we're getting sound, but we are not going to get a picture. I can already tell we've got big horizontal problems, but this is a look at the set. It's a 17-inch. I don't quite know the model number off the top of my head, but we'll look at that. But you can see it's got a gold trim and a handle here. And it is the RCA, I think it's the deluxe model they called this. We'll take a further look. Yeah, deluxe. And some black cabinet, pretty sharp. And this model has UHF. So, got good sound. And here's the back of it. I assume there's no back with this, but I think I do have a back from one of the other sets that I had. But here is the source, the main source of problem on all of these late 50s RCA sets is this circuit board right here, which is very challenging to work on, but there's, I don't know if you can see them in there or not, there's a ton of these black capacitors, as well as there's some old wax capacitors in there. Bunch of these vertically mounted black bombs, which the only way to change those is to remove the circuit board. Now, that's a very similar design to the 14-inch RCA that I did. Here's the problem though, right here. These are soldered directly onto this frame, and there's also back in there various ground connections to the frame. So it's very difficult to work on these boards just by the way they designed this frame. So yeah, I hear people talk about Philco Predictas and what a pain and how they weren't serviceable. Well, they had nothing on the late 50s RCA guys. They did not design this with service in mind at all. It's a transformer set, not series strung. It's different than the 14-inch model. As you can see, it's lit up and running. It's just I can't get a picture to tune in on a signal. But we can take care of that. But yeah, this is not a TV set for the novice to work on, that's for sure. And yeah, this whole chassis will come out, and then the back underneath the chassis on the other side there's a whole bunch of other components. One of the tubes did make the trip. You can see it's went to gas here, or air. The tip of it got busted off. It was a what is this, a 6BQ7. So I stuck a 6BZ7 in there, very similar tube, just to see if I could get anything going on this set. But we've got sound, but I really didn't expect to get a good image just because of all the problems the circuit board probably has. But anyway, Don, I really appreciate you letting me get a hold of this set. Glad to have it. It's in pretty good shape, needs some cleaning, but I think we'll end up being able to get it restored. I'm going to fool with the controls a little bit more here, see if I can line this thing out. We're not getting full. It does not look like there's been much work done on this thing. I can't other than maybe some tubes being replaced, I can't really see anything in there that looks like it's been worked on. That black cap right there. That one right there, he's looks suspect. He's not original. Looks like he's been tacked on. So I don't know, when I get it open, I'll probably be able to see more things that may have been done to this set. But that's not original there. And yeah. This will be a project down the road, but certainly one I look forward to doing. Now, as you guys know that watch my channel regularly, I always like to try to get documentation, advertising documentation of sets that I restore. And this is one reason why I'm really excited to have this set. This is an advertisement from 1958. You can see here, there is the 14-inch model that I recently restored. You can watch the series on my channel. That is a 14 PT9021. And it came in a Nassau bark gray color. And then I think it was also in a white or an off-white. Mine was that bark gray color, and I changed it to a red set. Looks like it originally sold for $129.95. Then you come over here, and this is the 17 PD9093, which is what that is right there. And they show that one, it's in garnet, but this one obviously is black and gold. I had a blue and gold one too. It was pretty sharp looking, but it's the same model. That model number might be a little bit different, or my model may be a little bit different model number, because I've got the UHF option. You can see there the extra tuner and tube for the UHF. And then to complete the line, is this set here. It's the 21 PD8115. They called it the Hathaway. I have never seen one of those. I would like to have that to complete the collection of this line, but I have never seen one of those. This was called the Socialite, and this was called the Nassau. So anyway, some of the details. 110 degree deflection tube. And that was really one of the problems. Finding this model with a good picture tube in it is a challenge. Like I said, I've owned two of these before, and both of them were just dead as a doorknob. So it's great to get one that actually has some life. But we're going to put it on the tester here in a minute and see just how good it is. Okay, I got the B&K 465 CRT tester out and have it hooked up to this CRT, which is a 17 BZP4. And I think Don, who originally had this set, tested this CRT, and it tested good for him. And he actually did a video on this TV, and I'll put that link to his video in my description. But it's been on the tester now for about 5 minutes, and we're well into the good on emission. There were no shorts. So let's see, life test here. Yeah, that's not so hot, but that's not a concern. Not so concerned about life test on my restored TVs, because I don't watch them that often. Let's see where we're at on cutoff here. Let's see, G2 range 300, and so on cutoff I should be able to adjust the G1 volts right on the cutoff line, and that's at about 35. And this says anywhere from 22 to 72 is good, so good cutoff on the tube. So yeah, hot dandy. That's more than an acceptable picture tube to restore a TV. So, and this will be the first TV I've done in a long, long time that had the UHF option. It's just a continuous tuner for the channels 14 through 83. I don't have a broadcaster that broadcasts UHF, but I've always been thinking of getting one. So maybe I will get me a new blonder tongue that can broadcast UHF. Anyway, quick first look at the RCA. And this will be a future project, probably coming up later this fall. I've got a lot of stuff in line. I still have to finish my Predictas. Got a couple of other sets to do before this one, but you can be sure I will be getting to this one in the not too distant future. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys.